How late am I?
You're on the air in 12 minutes.
We've done it in less. Messages?
Nothing urgent. Are you okay?
Oh, fine. Doctor says it's just a cold. He doesn't recommend surgery.
Column? I typed it up. It's in the folder.
Anything else?
Are you sure you're okay?
There's nothing that a mega dose of vitamin C won't cure.
So I guess you didn't see the sports section in the paper today.
Loretta, there's only one thing in life that interests me less than sports. No, there isn't.
I think you might be interested in this.
Later. How much time we got?
11 minutes. You see, boss, this sports writer, Vic Rossetti, does a column called Sounding Off. And he has...
Loretta, if you want me to read it, I'll read it. But after the show, all right?
Yeah, after the show. Yeah, after the show is better.
Hi, Ted. Hi, guys.
Oh, boy, Jane, I'm glad you're here.
You're on in 3 minutes.
I'll bet that's why.
No, we're fighting.
We're not fighting. Hello, Jane.
Mr. Gordon.
What I was doing was attempting to have a reasonable discussion with you.
Oh, you mean man to man?
No, Larry, not man to man. Employer to employee, or king to peasant, or if you wish, czar to serf. And I'm telling you, Larry, in that context, from now on, you will read the commercials exactly as written. No ad-libs, no editorial comments, no wisecracks. Remember, Larry, I'll be listening in my office. Goodbye, Jane. I like your shoes.
Well, I'm glad you're in a good mood.
Why not?
Well, I guess you didn't read Vic Rossetti's column.
Well, give me a minute.
1 minute.
While driving from the Meadowlands to the garden the other day, I had the great misfortune to tune into radio's Top 40 shrink, Dr. Jane Lucas.
Well, you got your name right.
She's one of those pop doctors of the airwaves, experts in freeze-dried psychology and pasteurized wisdom. If you want to get your brain toasted or have some laughs, tune into this maiden aunt, whose biggest thrill in life was probably joining the Book of the Month Club. I'm not going to read this.
Good idea, Jane. The rest will probably just upset you.
10 seconds.
Perhaps I should do the show alone today. It's 2 o'clock on WPLE. Time once again for the mellow sounds and afternoon rounds of Larry Love and Dr. Jane Lucas. Side by side, 2 hours of music and mental health. So let's get started right away. Here's Dr. Jane to take your calls.
Man-eating spinster?
But not right away. First, I want to remind you that today's show is sponsored in part by Pecos Pete's Mexican Restaurant that has a jingle that I know you love, and I do too.
Hi, Mom.
Las llamadas que cientos y mira, la quinto separa, toritos, fritos, cachitos, huevos, ranchera. That's wonderful, Pecos. Right, Jane?
Pasteurized wisdom.
Right, Tippy? What's that, Tippy? You say that you lost a cousin in the vicinity of Pecos Pete's kitchen, and he wound up a half an hour later as a Bow Wow burrito? In any case, I think the next time that I go to one of Pecos Pete's 5 convenient locations, I'll stick to the salad. And now Jane is ready to take your calls.
Thank you, Larry. Before I start taking calls this afternoon, I'd like to share some thoughts with you. Some thoughts about men who refuse to grow up. About men who play games. Worse than that, men who write about men who play games. Those pot-bellied, beer-guzzling, cigar-chomping spectators to life. You know the ones, those macho wise guys. The ones you can find under any table in town. I'd like to talk to you about the Vic Rossettis of this world.
You know, life can be funny. Not recently, however. That is because a station manager has a great deal of difficulty laughing while his #1 disc jockey persists in insulting sponsors, even after he has been warned by the aforementioned station manager not to do so.
I didn't insult them.
You said they served dog meat. That is not considered a culinary endorsement.
I didn't say it tasted bad.
I think I have to take part of the responsibility for what Larry did.
You can take all the responsibility, Jane, because you're in so much trouble already, you won't even notice a little more.
How about if I take part of her responsibility, and then we... No, that wouldn't work.
You're not funny.
Right, sorry. Life is fun. I'm not funny.
Jane, do you realize you took a shot at one of the most widely respected sports writers in this city?
Well, he took a shot at one of the most widely listened to radio personalities in this city, so now we're even.
So now we're even? This is how Doctor of Psychology Jane Lucas responds to being called a name. Why didn't you just say, nah, nah, nah?
Look, he viciously attacked my work. That upset me.
He called you a man-eating spinster. That upset you.
He had no right to discuss me at all.
Whatever upset you, there was still no reason to sink to his level and engage in a name-calling contest in a public forum.
I'm sorry. It was the heat of the moment, Mr. Gordon. It was an emotional response.
You're a doctor, Jane. You can't afford emotions.
Or legible handwriting.
You're absolutely right. I mean, no matter what he said, there is no reason for me to resort to his tactics.
Correct. Especially since he could sue the pants office.
Right. I'm going to apologize to him.
Good. Good. That's wonderful. You're a mature and intelligent woman, Jane. I hope you plan to follow Jane's example and apologize to Pecos Pete.
Well, okay. That'll make me a mature and intelligent woman, too.
Loretta,
Yes, boss.
would you call Vic Rossetti and make a lunch date for me, please? At the saloon of his choice.
Talk about mood swings.
Retired the last 10 men in a row. And as we go to the bottom of the ninth, Chicago leads 3-2. Strike breaking ball. Is changeup today.
One miss?
No, I'm Jane Lucas. I made a reservation.
Oh, yeah. But your table's not ready. Why don't you take a seat at the bar and I'll call you, all right?
A line drive. Strike center
What'll be, miss?
Oh, Diet Cola, please.
Johnny Prescott is up and out of the dugout. On his way
I
out.
figured a fruit club soda and a twist. And again, Rossetti. Frankie, it's a pleasure taking your money.
Rossetti? You're not Vic Rossetti.
Pretty face, I thought you'd never ask.
I'm Jane Lucas.
Oh. I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. Frankie, tell Don to stop looking for the old lady. So, what can I do for you?
Well, Mr. Rossetti, I came down here to apologize.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. When I read your column, I was upset. And although I feel that my anger was justified, I said some things on the air about you that I had no right to say. I mean, I don't know anything about you or your work. And I should never have accused you of being the kind of person that I said you were. So I'm sorry. I really am. You know, that wasn't easy for me. I was hoping for a bigger response.
All right! He's so good!
All right, way to go, then. Way to go.
I was even sort of hoping that you might have something to say to me.
About what?
Look, Mr. Rossetti, I came down here with an open mind and a stuffed-up nose, and you're not making it very easy.
It's going out!
So am I.
Money, come on. Don't break me, Rossetti. You're on a hot roll.
Except for her.
She left, Rossetti.
Yeah, so we finished our business.
Are you going to try to tell me that was business?
That's strictly business,
Ah,
right?
she's a great-looking broad, and I think she's too classy for you, too.
Get out of here. If I want it, I can have her back anytime.
Yeah, for what? Another Diet Cola?
For anything I want, anytime.
Hey, that's a bet.
Oh, yeah?
Double or nothing.
Okay, you're on.
Hey, all right.
You're
Get
watching
that.
this, right?
Hi, boss. How was the restaurant?
It's not a restaurant. It's a factory. They manufacture male chauvinist pigs there, and then they ship them all over the world. I don't want to talk about it.
With me.
The man is a pig. Tried, Loretta. I really tried. He turned out to be every single thing that I ever expected. I have never met a more rude, thoughtless, obnoxious individual in my entire life.
So you had a good time, huh?
You're not taking this seriously, Loretta, and I appreciate it.
Boss, do you want to get to work now or let your blood pressure return to normal?
I'm fine.
Okay, boss. Phone messages. Top of the list, Jim Gordon, Dr. Clark from the clinic, your sister Jill. Your mother wants to talk to you about the cable man, and the cable man wants to talk to you about your mother.
Yes, I better hear my mother's side first.
Excuse me. Dr. Lucas, I'd like to talk to you.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have to make an appointment for you.
Loretta, this is Vic Rossetti.
We're booked till November 1987.
It's all right, Loretta. This will only take a moment. Mr. Rossetti, what a surprise. Baseball season over so soon?
Hey, I can understand why you steamed on me.
Well, you don't even need your 8th grade diploma to figure that one out.
This is even harder for me than it was for you. But I'd like to apologize.
Fine. Apology accepted.
Now,
Goodbye.
wait a minute. I thought you'd let me make it up to you by taking you to dinner. It would make me feel better.
Who cares?
So then you're busy tonight.
Mr. Rossetti, I have this incredibly boring book that I'm trying to finish, which is much more appealing than spending the evening with you.
Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on me. I'm just trying to make up. You're a nice lady. I'd like to know more about you. You know, get to know you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess that's reasonable. I just don't know where to start now. I mean, there's really a lot of things that... No. Come here, I want to show you something.
What? What's
No,
that?
no, no. Shh, come here.
What do you like? What's
I'll
it?
show you.
Okay, what?
I want you to take a really good look at something.
What's that?
The outside of my office. Hello? Hi, Jill. Look, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. Mom's there? Will you tell her I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to call her back either? No, you can just... Hi, Mom. You're on, too? No, of course I want to talk to you. It's just my hair's wet. Mother, listen, there's someone at the door. No, Mom, my door. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Who is it?
Eddie!
Go away!
I brought you a little something, a peace offering.
I told you I don't want anything from you.
No, you didn't. You told me I couldn't take you to dinner. Would you just open the door?
A little something?
Well, hey, I got a lot to make up for, right? I mean, a lot of this stuff has to be refrigerated. The sherbet is melting on my pants.
The kitchen's that way. Look, just what do you think you're doing?
I'm getting ready to cook our dinner.
Our dinner?
I wasn't sure whether you had all the spices I needed, so I brought my own.
I want you to take this spices and your bags and your sherbet and go find somebody else to cook dinner for.
I can't. Everybody else is mad at me. Look, I need a big saute pan.
Under the stove. No, wait, stop. I don't want you to cook dinner
Look,
for me.
if you're not going to help, keep out of the way. I'm a very temperamental chef. Go dry your hair. It'll crinkle.
This is delicious. I never would have expected a meal like this from a person like you.
From a man?
No, a slob.
Okay, no, I deserve that.
No, you didn't. You don't deserve it anymore. I'm sorry.
I may look like a bum, I may talk like a bum, and sometimes act like a bum.
But you ain't no bum.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I mean it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Ernest Hemingway? You met Ernest Hemingway?
Down in Key West, we had a drink together for a week. It was something else. I was just a kid, but he read my stuff and liked it.
You must be a pretty good writer.
You should read me sometime.
Maybe I will. I think I got it. Now try me again.
Baseball.
9,
Football.
11,
Hockey.
5, 6. You know, I really ought to do a sports segment on my show.
Well, I think it'll be a very short segment. I mean, all you know so far is 9, 11, and 6.
I'm a very quick study.
Hey, I gotta go.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to finish my column before 8 in the morning.
Oh.
Deadlines. You know about deadlines.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to thank you very much for letting me cook you dinner.
Anytime.
See you on the radio.
Of course, Mingli, if you want to convert to Judaism, you should, but make sure that you're doing it for yourself and not for your future in-laws, okay?
And to my future in-laws, whoever you may be, I'll convert to whatever you want, as long as you own oil wells. And that wraps up today's show, so stay tuned for the news and the Bob Fraser Show. Bye.
Bye.
Larry, I gotta talk to you.
Don't yell at me.
I don't have to. Pecos Pete just called. He likes our idea.
Our idea?
Yes, you remember, of using Tippy in the commercials. He wants us to do more of it, so just keep what you've been doing, Larry.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Tippy's dead.
What do you mean Tippy's dead? How can Tippy be dead?
Garbage truck.
Garbage truck.
Garbage. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Knock it off, Larry. The sponsors want the dog. Do the dog.
Couldn't you find a new dog?
Don't encourage him, Jane. You're a doctor.
No, but it might be expensive.
How expensive?
I could ask my agent. She'd know, wouldn't she?
When one lives by the sword, one dies by the sword. Remember that, you idiot.
Morning, Loretta.
Morning, boss. Here's the sports page.
Thanks.
He didn't call.
I didn't ask.
Maybe he's been away all week.
Maybe he's just not interested.
Boss, this is the perfect time for you to meet Dr. Wayne.
Who?
My philosophy professor. He's a very smart person. He gave me an A.
That's because you're a very smart person, Loretta.
No, it's because I'm your secretary and he has the hots for you.
Loretta, I don't want to be fixed up.
You're wasting your time, Loretta. My sister has an allergic reaction to even the mention of a blind date.
I do not.
She gets defensive, a little hostile.
Been doing a little shopping, Jill?
Sarcastic with her older sister.
I was just trying to cheer her up. Maybe you'll have better luck.
I don't need cheering up.
Still haven't heard from the writer, huh?
Not even an insult in his column.
Well, I know how to lift your spirits. I'm taking you out to dinner.
You still have money left?
Who needs money when one has credit cards?
They don't accept Bloomingdale's at restaurants, Jill.
Bloomingdale's. I forgot Bloomingdale's.
Bye-bye.
Watch my bags. I'll be back at 6.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
That's why God made me the older one.
I feel like I'm back in junior high.
It worked then, it'll work now. You memorize a guy's schedule if you accidentally bump into him. Trust me, it'll work.
It's stupid.
Good. It's a pleasant change from depressed.
Oh, Lord.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I can see why you wanted to come here. Let's just go see
Oh,
her.
don't you move.
Are you just gonna sit here and let him ignore you?
No, I'm going to sit here and ignore him.
Come on, Doc. Grow up.
Right.
All right, right here.
If the waiter comes...
Diet Cola.
Hi, Rossetti.
Hi. So what are you doing here?
I wanted to return your casserole dish.
Look, why don't we get a table? Smoke, try it. The guys, if they knew about the cooking stuff, I'd get an awful ribbon.
Oh, I see. So why didn't you return my call?
You shouldn't have come here. You put me in a very awkward position.
I what?
Why don't you go home now and we'll talk later?
It must be the air in this place. It turns you into a major league creep.
Oh, if you don't like the air, you can leave.
You really are the rudest, the... Forget it.
Just great. First I lose $100, then my casserole dish. You're a very expensive lady.
What was that?
What do you mean, what was that? You broke my favorite casserole dish. Look.
No. Before that, about the $100.
It was nothing.
No. That was definitely something.
It was nothing, okay? Nothing.
How'd you lose $100? Did you have a bet?
You're crazy.
You did, didn't you? You had a bet about me. What was it?
Hey, get off my back.
Level with me, Rossetti. What was it?
How'd we do it?
What?
You heard me.
Do it? Is that a sports term, or does it mean the same as it does in the real world?
You know what it means.
I can't believe this. You had a bet with them that I would go to bed with you?
They goaded me into it. Besides, I couldn't go through with it. That's why I never called you. I liked you too much.
What do you do with women you don't like? Take them to Europe for 2 weeks?
If I saw you again, something might have happened, right?
Maybe.
Well, if it did, I would have won my bet, and I really would have been a creep.
I guess so.
How would you like to have dinner with me?
I can't. I'm having dinner with my sister. But, maybe, sometime in the future. You could call me.
I love that. I promise.
You know, you could have lied. You didn't have to collect.
Hey, lady, a bet's a bet.
I'll be back in a minute with some good advice.
Hello, we're back. You're on the air and I'm off the wall. Here's Jane.
Hi, Dr. Lucas. My name is Janet. My husband was transferred to New York on business, and I'm having a hard time meeting people. Everyone knows New Yorkers are unfriendly. Now, what should I do?
Well, Janet, I'm a New Yorker, and I think I'm pretty friendly. I think you'll find if you give people a chance, they'll be friendly, too. I mean, of course, there's always going to be the exception, like that clown who pushed me into the fruit stand trying to get his bus this morning. But, Janet, remember, you also have a responsibility to get out there and make friends. You can't just sit at home and expect the whole world to come to you. Remember, those who sit and wait miss a chance of getting bumped into a bunch of bananas.